Hey everybody, it's Greg Rice. We're here in the Bucket, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. I'm ringless today. And single family homes, you want to buy one. Everybody wants a single family. It's comfortable, it's spacious, it's nice, it's in a good neighborhood usually. But you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that at all in the beginning or even in the middle of your career, investment career, your work career. And I say, oh, well, you have a family. I need to live in a single family now. No, you don't. Obviously, it's more of a convenience. It's more practical in many ways. It's more desirable. But you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're shooting your family in the foot by not enabling your future financial growth. You're providing a comfortable lifestyle now that will likely remain that lifestyle until you kick the grave, or you hit lotto, or your kid becomes something. Many people do that. And there's nothing wrong with it if you don't excel or want to excel, that is, into other arenas or other stratospheres. But to me, as a kid growing up, I always saw people living in a single family. They were typically blue collar, just like my family. I grew up that way. And my parents made ends meet and paid the bills every week. They always paid them. They didn't have a lot left over. Okay, we weren't living extravagant lifestyles, but everything was copacetic and we had a great environment as children to grow up in. But my dad and my mom always said, wow, I wish that I had bought this later. I wish that we had a 3-family, a 4-family, some type of passive income prior to getting into this to help us offset those expenses. And I see a lot of people, they want the luxuries and the comforts first, and then they want to work backwards and then start to buy investment properties to help offset these newfound expenses. You shouldn't do that. Okay? And many people I know, like myself, came up, lived in an apartment, lived in a multifamily, stayed there, kept their expenses minimal, started to buy a couple properties, lived for free, right, in one of the units, rented the others, and then they climbed to maybe 10, 15, 20 units that they owned, apartments, not buildings, not many that you need, 10, 15, 20, and then they say, you know what, I have X amount of cash flow, now I can afford the liability, the debt of buying a single family that's just going to straight cost you dough. And in this market, $3,000-4,000 a month for your mortgage is no problem for like a decent house. Similar to $400,000 to $500,000 purchases, that's what you're going to be spending for a mortgage. And that's before you do any renovations. That's before you pay your oil bill, your electric bill, your Verizon bill. You want to go to Florida, you want to pay for college, you want to go to Stop and Shop. How you doing it? You're not fixing your muffler like that guy, that's for sure. You can't afford it. So I say this and make this video to tell you to put the brakes on it. And I know your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever friend is putting pressure, rightfully so, but you got to be able to say, hey, no, not right now. Let's chill. Put a little water on that fire because you're going to get stuck. And in 5 years, you're going to say, shit, I wish I listened to Greg's video. I wish I bought a couple multis because now I'm getting older. I'm not working as faster and harder and smarter as I used to. I'm sick of working with my hands. I don't like the job I do anymore, but I'm stuck because I got to pay the mortgage for 30 years. Think about longevity. Think about sustainability. Think about it. And then when you're ready, when you lived your sacrifice for maybe 5 years living in apartments, then you've earned your stripes and can afford to make that jump. And you can breathe. Maybe you can even buy a nicer house than you anticipated because you have that extra scatol. So put some thought, put some weight into this decision. Single families can be the death of you and your family and your future and everything else. And it doesn't seem like it's supposed to be, but once you get in it and you start seeing the wheels turn, you're like, wow, this was a scam. So sorry for the black cloud, but it's a very true black cloud. Once again, Greg Rice here in the Bucket, your property and your life decisions managed.